So over to Erin.
Thank you very much, Dev, and thanks, Melissa in Invest Ottawa. It's great to be with you today. I love coming to events like this for two reasons. First, proves Erin O'Toole, yes, is still alive. Politics I got out of 18 months ago, but still very proud of those 10 years. But second, and more important, the energy transition is something that we've talked about, but not executed properly. And I think we have a great opportunity to do so. And as Dev said, he was surprised when, you know, I was a politician that had a brain, I think is what you were implying by that. But
I never said that.
But I did work in energy for a large law firm, and I was on the board of a local distribution company in the GTA, kind of like the Ottawa Hydro of Durham region. And so I saw the challenge of an energy transition while your economy is growing, while you have trade uncertainty, while you have climate ambitions, but the need for people to commute to work. The challenge is building public transit. So the energy transition is sometimes talked about well, but not executed. And the final thing I'll say, where I think, you know, my perspective in both the private and public sectors from a political standpoint is helpful, is how many people have been to University Avenue in Toronto? You know, the big grand avenue down the middle from Allen, you remember it. The only statue to a Canadian politician on that entire route, and I see it every day because my office is right beside it, is Adam Beck. And around the plinth of his statue is all the hydro dams, including the Adam Beck generating station in his name in Niagara, but all the rivers in the north. And the early Ontario government said, public power is the key to our economic success. Now, today, we don't think it has to all be done by crowns, but there is a role for the province in terms of battery storage, in terms of optimizing our grid as private sector players like Brookfield and others step up and bring worldwide expertise. The final thing I'll say, talking about government, in the early days of Canada, we were much more risk-taking. We were much more ingenuitive. It was in the 60s and 70s we slowed that down. Brookfield itself had success in Canada and used to be called Brascan because of Brazil Light and Power by Canada. We were taking our hydropower expertise around the world really early as a country. We were the third country to have controlled, peaceful nuclear fission. We have can-do technology. We now have two players, including Brookfield's investment in Westinghouse. With Cameco, we're a world leader in nuclear, but we don't leverage that to the extent we should. So I'm here to make sure that we can help take the ambitions of the private sector in this energy transition, connect with the government, and have success at home and success around the world.